So back to what I was saying, to my current situation, I had already been checked out of the marriage while I was there. I had already communicated with him how I felt, that I just really wasn't feeling like that he was devoted and that he cared about my feelings. I feel like he didn't care about me. And one thing that a lot of couples don't understand is if there's no communication and there's no openness on anything, there's not going to be a relationship. That's what I tried to tell him. That's what I tried to get him to understand, was where I was coming from and why I felt the way that I did. And so I tried to get him to understand, hey, this is why I feel this way. Can we work on this? He never wanted to go to counseling. He never wanted to, talk about his feelings. He never wanted to open up about things. It just got really hard. It got really complicated to keep up with my mental health and then try to get somebody else to open up, because if someone doesn't want to change, they're not going to change. When they promise that they're going to change and then they don't, but then they try to mold you into changing, which was something that I know happened. He loved the idea of me. He thought that I was gorgeous. He thought all these things, but he couldn't control how I was. He couldn't control what I did. And for me, that's one thing that I told the counselor, I'm I really don't understand why this is happening. And I wanted him to go into counseling with me. I wanted him to go with me to actually talk to the counselor. And, I had someone say, oh, well, they can't diagnose a narcissist unless, they're their patient. I'm sorry. Well, when your ex signs paperwork that we're doing family counseling, I guess you kind of can. So, anyway, when I was trying to get him to go to talk with the counselor, that was when I was really done with the marriage. I wanted her to kind of help us. I wanted a mutual person, not a family member, not a friend. I wanted a mutual person who was professional to sit there and actually work with us through our issues. And he didn't want to go. He told me so many times that he didn't want to go. He didn't want to work with me. He didn't want to actually make me feel like I mattered. There was so many things, and I could sit here and record an 8-hour video. I really want, moving forward, everybody to stay in their own lane. I'm working on me. I'm going to counseling. I'm going to the gym. I'm working. I'm doing all these things. My kids are involved in things. My kids are in family activities. And my ex is really trying to take my 4-year-old daughter on the road on a traveling job where he constantly drives around, and my daughter will be in a motorhome. Because for some reason, my ex thinks that the court is going to give a 40-year-old single man a little girl to drive around in a motorhome. But yet, you're traveling, you have a motorhome, you can't come here and visit your daughter when you have all this money. But yet you want to take my daughter from me and stick her in a motorhome when she starts school next year. But I'm controlling, and I won't let you come see your daughter. When I've actually offered for you to stay at my place, you said you had the money to come. You said you and your mom were coming. I never denied you coming here. I told you flat out you could come here and see your daughter. Because I know you're going to watch my videos, and then you're going to make up more shit on YouTube on how much of a liar I am, how horrible I am, and have everybody convinced that I'm crazy and I don't let you see your daughter, which is really sad. I really don't understand the mentality of some people. Their life is so sad and depressing and just miserable that they have to make everybody else miserable. And that's why I'm here and you're there. because I'm not miserable anymore.